Hello everyone, it is that time of the day again, isn't it? This is your 4 to 5. I'm Eric Chilton alongside Maddie Gardner, Lauren Coleman, Jalen Gilkey, and in case you didn't know, it is Friday.
Yes, it's Friday. We finally made it to the end of another work week, so go and join us on our Facebook page. We'd love to chat with you in between the breaks.
We absolutely would. We do have a lot of news to get to today. Happening right now, a tribute to the two fallen Watauga County Sheriff's deputies. Dozens of law enforcement agencies from across the state are coming together to escort the two men back home. WFMY News 2's Marissa Tansino joins us live in Winston-Salem, where the procession left earlier today.
Yeah, Maddie, both Watauga County deputies were escorted from the medical examiner's office here at Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center to Boone with over about 80 law enforcement agencies from all over the state helping in that procession. From the Winston-Salem Police Department and the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office to Ashe County Sheriff's Cruisers and Boone Police, law enforcement officers from across the state came together to escort the two deputies killed in the line of duty this week. Police say the suspect shot and killed Sergeant Chris Ward and K-9 Deputy Logan Fox earlier this week. Today we heard from the Watauga County Sheriff about the outpouring of support after losing two of their own.
It's heartwarming. It's reassuring to know that, Sheriff and I were talking, and we got to stop this divide that the country is in right now. We need to stop this turmoil and be one.
Forsyth County Sheriff Bobby Kimbrough said showing this kind of support for the community is the least they can do. You'll hear more from him coming up on WFMY News 2 at 5 and 6. Live in Winston-Salem, Marissa Tansino, WFMY News 2.
Thanks so much, Marissa. The Watauga County Sheriff says this week's shooting could have been a lot worse. Deputies say the shooter, Isaac Barnes, had a large cache of weapons and may have been thinking about an attack in public. Deputies also say family members of Barnes had expressed some concern about the large number of weapons he had and what he might try to do. We have this story and all of our complete coverage online at WFMYnews2.com.
And more restrictions will loosen in just under an hour as part of Governor Cooper's latest executive order. And the new order, it will allow people to take off their masks while outside. Masks will still need to be worn indoor public places, but the mass gathering limit also increases to 100 people indoors and 200 people outdoors.
It is always nice when we can string together 2 good days of our coronavirus metrics. Check out the latest percent positive down at the end of the graph here. It's 4.8%. It is the second day we've stayed below the state's goal of 5%. That's that red line you see. This graph represents the past 7 weeks. And if you look at it as a whole, you can see our April numbers did not dip below the 5% line as often as our March numbers. In early March, we even dipped below 4% multiple times. We haven't dropped below 4% since March 16th.
Well, have you ever wondered what it's like to drive in a police cruiser or navigate a crime scene? The Guilford County Sheriff's Office is calling all teens 13 to 17 years old to enroll in the Sheriff's Youth Academy. Sheriff Danny Rogers tells me this is the third year of the program, and this year there's a twist.
Firearms, traffic stops, and physical fitness training. Just some of the many topics teens will explore in this year's Guilford County Sheriff's Office Youth Academy.
The goal is to build structure. Accountability.
Guilford County Sheriff Danny H. Rogers tells me this is an exciting and engaging program that seeks to inspire youth towards a future in public safety by presenting subjects condensed from law enforcement officers' training curriculum.
We do the physical fitness piece of it. We do the driving task force pieces of it.
Starting June 28th, teens will learn the basic function of a law enforcement agency over 7 days. Rogers says this year's program will have a special emphasis on opioid addiction and mental health.
So we see a lot of that we have to deal with, and we want to make sure that they understand it's okay to want to talk to somebody. If you need to talk with somebody, it's okay.
Due to COVID-19, last year's academy saw a dip in enrollment. They had just over 20 youth in attendance. But with even more safety measures in place, Rogers hopes to double that number this year.
Of course, we will continue to have the mask, the social distance as we did last year. and the sanitizing and washing their hands.
Why is it so important that youth have exposure to the law enforcement field at such a young age?
I believe if we can reach them where they're at in their lives, young, and before they get too far gone, then I believe that we can make a positive impact.
And the Academy is June 28th through July 7th. Enrollment ends on June 18th. Details on how to apply are on our website.
This summer, Greensboro police are looking to get 500 teenagers a job. They say the goal is to provide structured learning through jobs that can become future careers for teens and help them contribute to their family's income. Community agencies that work with youth will identify teenagers who would benefit most from having a summer job. Police say they are looking for high school juniors and seniors in the hope of reducing crime and offering them a career.
Beautiful day outside, just perfect. I mean, you've got to get outside and enjoy this one today. Really, these temperatures are going to stick around. We've got some good weather as far as temperatures go. A little warm over the next 4 or 5 days. The question mark for us will be next week's thunderstorm activity. How widespread? Will we see any severe weather with that, or will they just be scattered pop-up thunderstorms similar to a summertime forecast? We'll keep you posted on that, but for now, some good stuff coming up. You look at the temperatures, and for the most part, we're seeing some mid to upper 70s and maybe a low 80 here or there, but it's really comfortable. Winds are still up. You can probably hear it on my microphone, but some of the wind gusts, the max gusts today, are in that 30 to 34 mile per hour range, and that's pretty strong. Now, if you head back up into the mountain areas, Galax had a wind gust of almost 50 miles per hour today, and look at Boone with a wind gust of 56 miles per hour. Lows tonight around 46, mostly clear. Tomorrow sunny and cooler with a high of 73. Just a beautiful Saturday and Sunday. Now Sunday will be a good bit warmer, but still perfect weather for the weekend. This is a get outside weekend. Satellite and radar, we're pretty clear here. We'll go out to a wider shot. You see some development back toward the Gulf in that area, but when you look at our futurecast here, high pressure pretty much remains in control through Sunday for us, it looks like. It does dip back down to the south a little bit, so of course we'll warm it up after tomorrow's cooler temperature of 73. We've got 81 on Sunday and low to mid 80s through the first half of next week with an afternoon shower or storm chance.
All right, let's get to some of your headlines with your 4 to 5 roundup. The first shipment of emergency medical aid supplies from the United States arrived in India today as the country tries to contain the explosion of COVID cases. The U.S. sent over 400 oxygen cylinders and nearly 1 million rapid coronavirus test kits along with other supplies. The country has been reporting an average of more than 350,000 new cases every day for the past week. Hospital beds, oxygen, coronavirus drugs, and vaccines are all in desperately short supply. Well, toilet paper, baby care products, and soft drinks and many other everyday products are about to get more expensive. Several companies, including Procter & Gamble and Coca-Cola, say they'll have to raise their prices because the price of raw materials is expected to rise. The companies are also paying more for shipping as fuel costs rise and ports experience longer delays because of congestion. And today marks 2 years since UNC Charlotte became the site of another mass shooting. 2 students, Riley Howell and Ellis Reed Pollier, died in the shooting, and another 4 were injured. The university is planning a special tribute to the victims tonight at 5:15, and students have been leaving personal notes outside of the Kennedy building where the shooting took place. We'll be right back.
Facebook.
Hello, happy Friday.
Friday.
I'm over here in my
Friday.
corner again. If you don't see me on the screen, I'm here. Oh, thanks, Brad.
Sounds
Thanks.
like she's breaking stuff.
No, that was Leslie.
Uh-oh.
She didn't break anything. She was just doing her job.
Just doing her job. Excuse me.
Hi, Leslie over here is our wonderful production assistant.
Give us
also
a
video
model of your
editor.
outfit. That's a fire outfit, Leslie.
Hey.
Give us a twirl. Give us a twirl.
He's like,
yeah. Come on, don't be shy.
Leslie's the best. What's everyone doing this weekend?
That is the big question because the weather is perfect. Perfect.
Yes, the weather is perfect. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Sorry, our producer got in my ear at that moment. I didn't hear what you said.
You do a good job with that, Matt.
We need a Matt and Brad camera
We need a
view.
Matt and Brad cam.
Yep. Matt and Brad.
Let's see them. Matt and Brad cam. There they
There it
are.
is.
Oh, whoa.
Hiding in their
You
dark
good,
cave
Matt?
as usual.
You good? Just got a dab on them. What's everyone think about the NFL draft? Ask me if I watched it.
That would be 0.
Ask me if I watched it.
Did you watch it, Maddie?
I didn't watch it.
No, I didn't.
I did watch the live tweets from the day.
There were some great suits last night.
I liked the fashion.
There were some great suits.
I did like the fashion. Eric, you talking to us next?
I am.
Do I need to scoot over,
There's
Bradley,
Jalen.
or are you gonna scoot us over?
Does anyone else wonder if Taylor Swift's dropping a new album at 4:30? Just me. Just me. Okay.
Our producer said no one cares.
No,
in
I
my
care.
ear.
We got beat.
We've all heard that saying that music is a universal language, but that language has lots of dialects, doesn't it? Our friends at the Winston-Salem Symphony, they decided to join forces with a couple of musical styles that you might not pair normally with classical music. I spoke with bluegrass performer Patty Hopkins about this marriage of classical, choral, and bluegrass. Take a look. Patty, this is about the coolest thing I've ever heard. You have to explain to me how this marriage between these two music styles happens on stage.
We played a program called a Bluegrass Mass. So it's a piece written for full choir and bluegrass band. So you have a full choir playing, singing in English and Latin, and you have a 5-piece bluegrass band, and we meet in the middle.
When people talk about that, music is music, and there are all kinds of genres of music, but really, music is music. It's the common language, and most music can mesh together. Do you believe that?
Definitely. I think music is a universal language, no matter what kind of music it is. And it's a really interesting piece because of the classical music, was born from the castles down and went down. And the grassroots here in America, we sort of started at the bottom and went up. So we're meeting in the middle, and it's a really interesting sound. I think an audience would really enjoy.
As a musician, what does it feel like when you get that synergy going between two different styles of music like that?
Ooh, that's this piece was a really great fit for me personally because I've been a classical violinist in the symphony, and I've also, played at bluegrass festivals underage countries. So here I am. I have sheet music, and I also have improvisatory sections where I can be a little bit more free. And we have this full choir next to us, just singing so beautifully. So it was pretty miraculous.
Patty, thank you for taking time out. This sounds awesome. Can't wait to see it, and we'll take a look at it. It really is unique. It's an interesting kind of combination mashup there. But again, she's right. Notes are notes. So she said you can put those together in harmony, and it doesn't matter whether they're two conflicting styles.
Lauren, you think you could sing to some of this music?
I think I might be able to do a little no.
Yeah, there we go. Look at that.
I love it.
You never know what you're going to get with Lauren.
But I agree with that, the meshing of different types of genres. I never would have thought of classical and bluegrass, but we've seen this with other types of music like rap and rock or pop and R&B, so it's not that much surprising to see that.
I think the most interesting part of this whole presentation to me is the singing in Latin. I want to know what that sounds like. I don't think I've ever heard anyone sing in Latin. I know I've never really heard anyone speak Latin, but I want to know, does it sound, what does that even feel like? What does that sound like? What does that do to the music?
I think that, if you think about it, it's almost like a Catholic mass. The singing, that's kind of like it almost gets to be like a chant at times. And she said that's kind of what they do, but then they mix in strings with that, string quartet, and then some bluegrass. And it's just a mesh of everything.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up on bluegrass, right? We had the Easter Brothers from Mount Airy, where Eric and I are from. So to hear it paired with classical music is certainly interesting. But I guess, you know, they use the same instruments just in different ways.
Yeah, she said, you know, she plays the violin, and she said it just depends on your training whether you call this a violin or a fiddle.
A fiddle,
but
yeah.
It's the same thing. Yeah, pretty cool. So check it out. There's a link in this story. It's on WFMYnews2.com, and you can buy tickets and check it out. It's all virtual. We're coming right back.
Can you flat foot to this mashup? You know what I'm talking about. I like those happy feet.
I can fake it.
That was a great point, Eric.
Let your arms dangle.
Violin's just
The
a
real
fiddle,
ones
man.
know.
Absolutely. You absolutely. Ooh, that was great timing, Brad.
There was,
That was perfect,
no warning. I was singing God Bless America. Yeah, my apologies. I mean,
No,
it's
your
never-
guess was
it's
absolutely
never-
correct, Matt.
That's not even offensive,
Let's
though,
hear
because
it
I
again.
know I'm not a great singer. I just choose to do it anyway because I'm in the mood. So I won't bother you all with that. I won't bother you all. I forgot what your name was. Matt.
Sebastian?
Sebastian.
Matt. Sebastian. I'm talking to my producer, Facebook, if you're hearing this conversation.
Yeah, if your name's Sebastian, please do not take offense.
I think that you need a microphone. I think you need a microphone so that they can hear the things that you say to me. I am not in charge. What side you want? You want B or D?
I'll take B.
I'll take D.
What lessons can we learn from the Eagle when facing the storms of life?
Today on U Day, Coach Lamont explains how the Eagle is the best example of how to handle ourselves in crisis.
In life, we all face storms. A storm my family faced was when we were homeless. My wife, Stacia, and our 5 children had just moved to Charlotte. Excited for a new adventure, I slowly found opportunities shrinking away, and suddenly everything came to a halt. In the blink of an eye, we lost everything and were evicted from our home. Going from hotel to hotel, I remember the weight of the world sitting on my shoulders, asking myself, what did I do to deserve this? Concerned for my family, I would pray more than you can imagine, why me, God? Only to discover the why me would turn to for what reason. In many cases, what we go through is not always for us, but for the people in life we will encounter going through the same storm. By faith, my family and I got back on our feet, but I am still learning from the storm that could have swept us away if it was not for faith.
Let's talk about a weekend forecast, shall we? Because it is Friday and that's what you do. Look at Saturday and Sunday. We've got to have that vision, right? Tunnel vision on the weekend. It's perfect. Perfect both days, really. A little bit warmer on your Sunday, but if you have anything planned outdoors, really for that matter, if you're doing anything outdoors tonight or Saturday, Sunday, it's all good. Rain chances really don't return until next week, and even that, it's a chance of a late day pop-up shower or storm. I will say this, we're sort of watching Monday, Tuesday, maybe again on Thursday, where a couple little systems will move by that may cause some heavier thunderstorm activity in those pop-up thunderstorms in the evening hours, but we'll let you know about that. For now, let's look at the short term, and temperatures for the most part very comfortable in the upper 70s right now. Wind gusts have been a bit of a problem. You can still hear it blowing out here, but gusts anywhere from about 29 to about 33 miles per hour for the Piedmont proper. But if you get up into the mountain communities, it's a big mess up that way. 48 mile per hour gust in Galax, 56 in Boone. That is a very, very strong wind gust. Look at the forecast for tonight, mostly clear. 46 for the overnight low and 73 for the high on Saturday with lots of sunshine. We're not complaining over that, are we? Take a look. We're sort of sandwiched between systems here. Most of that rain will stay to the south as our high pressure that really is to our north and west a little bit remains in control for today and through Saturday and really into Sunday. So that means the long range looks pretty good in the short term. 73 Saturday, 81 Sunday, lots of sun. Then partly cloudy for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We have those rain chances in the afternoon and evening hours, but that's typical. Temperatures are very warm. We should be in the mid 70s, 80 on Monday, 85 on Tuesday, and 82 on Wednesday. We'll watch that time period and let you know if any of those thunderstorms will be rough or severe in nature once we get to next week.
You're doing a great job, Matt. Stay on this pace. You're doing a great job. Brandy says she wants some rain, and I cannot agree with you, Brandy. I'm sorry. We need some sunshine. We can rain Monday.
Ain't no sunshine when she's
But I might be trying to get some golf in this weekend, Miss Brandy, so we can't do rain.
Are we still on? Is this the?
Yeah, it's me, I think.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Lauren's been singing at her desk all day today.
Tell me that you love me.
Yeah.
Jalen and I are in timeout.
Yeah. This is where the
troublemakers
non-behaviors are.
The people who laugh and the people who make them laugh. The camera
one delinquents is
That
absolutely
is
right,
our
Bradley.
name. We're in an exclusive club.
Be hiding behind whatever that is.
It's the camera one
That's
delinquents.
the movie.
Oh, it
That's
is.
That would be the
stand
movie.
that the movie's on. The movie is the camera that moves. So Leslie holds the camera Facebook and moves it around.
The steady
It's really
cam.
cool. Yeah, it's like, it's a good way to put it. You techie. You.
Tell me something good.
Gloria wants Brad to come through with the sound effects.
Okay, Brandy, I'm glad we're on the same page. Monday rain. Sounds like a
What was that?
Was that the rooster?
Sounded like it.
It is Friday, and for some of you, it might have been a long week. Your afternoon is busy, you're going a million miles an hour, but now it's time to pause for a moment. Just take a deep breath. WFMY News 2's Megan Maleris makes it her mission this week, finding all the good, bringing joy to you.
Top off your glass half full and turn those frowns upside down. It's time to sit back, relax, and just reflect on life's many blessings. It can be very relaxing, especially during these ongoing challenging times. I asked you on my Facebook page, Megan Maleris News, to tell me something good, big or small, that happened in your life recently. Robin and her husband celebrated 37 years of marriage and got to watch their grandchildren last weekend. June welcomed a great-grandson March 23rd. Farah got her second Moderna shot and is fully vaccinated. Misty got great results from a recent medical test. JD's sister-in-law is doing well in her nursing home, a miracle from God. Alicia's niece learned the tumor removed from her neck was benign in answered prayer. Mona is a mom of 3 and graduating in May with her master's in school counseling. Julie opened a small plant farm next door to her aging parents. She's grateful to be close to them. Teresa celebrated a birthday and has so much to be thankful for. Sarah got cataracts removed. No more glasses after 30 years of wearing them. Amy celebrated her 22nd wedding anniversary. Eileen welcomed a precious granddaughter, 6 pounds, 12 ounces of love. Bobby got a raise, his second in the month. And Jerry shared he got diagnosed with stage 4 cancer in 2020. He kept his head up high and prayed for healing. A year later, he feels so good and blessed.
Wow, a lot of people having some good weeks across the triad.
It's amazing sometimes you watch these segments and sometimes it's the little things or sometimes they're major, you know, like when they talk about surviving cancer and that type of thing. It doesn't matter how big or small, it's the fact that it's something good.
Yeah. Anything great happened during your week?
It's a pretty good week. It was my first week back working full-time at the station again. For the past year, I'd been spending the first part of the day at home and then coming here in the studio to anchor the 4 to 5. But this week, Monday through Friday, I was here the full time. And it was fun to be around people again.
Can I bring it down really? Because that's a big one. Mine's very small today. It's the fact that it's pizza night at the Children's House.
Oh, I love a good pizza night.
That means that Leslie and I don't have to cook. So that's a good thing.
That means you don't have to do dishes.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's always a good thing.
That's right.
My week has been great as well. Nothing too big happened this week. Actually, over the weekend, one of my childhood friends, she was my neighbor in the 4th grade when I lived in Germany. She now lives in Durham, an hour away.
Oh my
so she came to visit me. We were able to catch up. And our dads were roommates in Iraq. So cool story there. I haven't seen her in years. So
full circle.
What are the odds of that?
Wow,
That's
from Germany to the triad and the triangle. So close.
You win.
Yeah,
that's the best of the 3 right there. By
pizza
far.
night's pretty good.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Are we invited?
Yeah, absolutely.
I got plans.
Come on over.
I'll be there. I hate to invite myself,
Thank
but I
you,
love
Lauren.
pizza.
Oh, we do that all the time.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
They just show up. They don't
All
even
right,
tell
then
me.
I'll be there tomorrow too.
Ding dong. There's Maddie right in the front door. All right, we're coming right back. Stay there. I will uninvite you.
I want some pizza.
Hi, mic check 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Mic check.
Hello, ice cold milk and an Oreo cookie. They forever go together like a classic combination.
There's Rue. I love the little group that we have on our Facebook page this afternoon. They are being so funny.
My guy Jay Eames with all the jokes. He got Bill Withers jokes for days.
He was the one who was giving us the bee jokes yesterday. You know that, right? He's full of them. He's a regular comedian.
This guy. Let's get this guy up on stage somewhere.
He's on stage every time the Chill Tones play.
Is he really?
He is.
You know him?
Yes, he runs audio.
Oh.
He's very good. You're very good, Jay. Don't quit.
Oh my goodness.
You got this.
He's a funny guy.
Oh my goodness.
You got this, Jay.
If you play Name That Tune with any 80s song with that guy, it's like 2 notes and he's got it.
I don't know about 80 songs, but I can do that pretty well. We'll have to test my skills. It's my party trick.
He has to stick with 80s and 90s, as do I. I'm texting him right now. We are talking about you.
He can hear us. He's on the street.
Maybe. Is he still there?
He was a few moments ago. He was 1 minute ago, so.
Maybe I should FaceTime him and let him or call him and let him talk to us through my mic.
Hilarious.
Let me see if he'll answer.
Okay.
How much time? Oh, shoot, we're out of time. I'll call him back.
Out of time. Dun, dun, dun. The 4 to 5 is leaving the television news career and going on the road.
Welcome back to your 4 to 5, 30 more minutes ahead. Eric, Maddie, Lauren, Jalen. Jalen, we're on the back 9 now, so what'd you shoot on the front 9?
I did better than yesterday, 47.
He's practicing his golf swing. You just can't see that from the waist up.
I feel like I shot about a 55 on that front 9. Not as good.
It's all good. We'll
Lauren's like, what?
we'll get through it.
Golf,
that's all that matters.
So I don't know what's going on,
Yeah,
but I'd love to learn more about it.
You want to shoot less than a 55 and a 47 on the front 9. I'll just let you know.
You know what that means?
Maddie's on the putting green.
Listen, they're not good at golf is essentially what they're trying to say.
Yes.
We are happy you are joining us this Friday.
Yes, and come ahead and join us on our Facebook page. Join us in the live stream. We're having a lot of fun, cracking some jokes, and having a great Friday afternoon.
Absolutely. First, let's get you caught up on the latest news of the day and jump right in to your 4 to 5 roundup for this Friday afternoon. The 2 Watauga County Sheriff's deputies who were shot and killed earlier this week were escorted back to Boone from Wake Forest Baptist Medical Center earlier today. 80 different law enforcement agencies from all across the state joined in on the procession. Police say Sergeant Chris Ward and K-9 Deputy Logan Foz were shot and killed this week when they were responding to a welfare check in Boone. Deputies say the suspected shooter, Isaac Barnes, shot and killed his mother and stepfather. The Pasquotank County Sheriff released the names of the 7 deputies who were placed on administrative leave after the death of Andrew Brown Jr. 4 of the deputies who did not fire their weapons have returned to active duty. Investigator Daniel Meads, Deputy Sheriff Robert Morgan, and Corporal Aaron Llewellyn are still on leave. Elizabeth City also modified its curfew from midnight until 6 a.m. starting tonight, and the city is now requiring a permit for people to publicly assemble in the streets. And Rockingham County Emergency Services says one of the victims in this week's helicopter crash in Eden was released from the hospital. Earlier this week, a Duke Energy helicopter crashed outside of the energy plant. The pilot, Shane Keebler, died and 2 passengers were sent to the hospital. The FAA says the helicopter crashed while the crew was conducting power line work. As of right now, there are no updates on the other passenger who is still in the hospital, and the National Transportation Safety Board is still investigating the crash.
Well, round 1 of the 2021 NFL Draft is now in the books. The Carolina Panthers had the 8th overall pick last night, and they took a cornerback. WFNY News 2's Amanda Ferguson takes us to that moment.
The Carolina Panthers select J.C.
All he needed to hear was his first name. A special moment for cornerback J.C. Horn going in the first round of the draft. The Carolina Panthers taking the corner from South Carolina with their 8th pick. Now, he was the first defensive player coming off the board last night. The Panthers could have gone in any direction here, picking a quarterback, a tackle, a receiver. But General Manager Scott Fitterer says they went with Horn because he was their top-rated player and can make an immediate impact. Horn tells us how it feels to be a Panther.
It means a lot. It means a lot. There's a lot of work put behind it. You know, a lot of people mentor me, helping mold me to get to this moment. Just being able to stay close to home and close to South Carolina, and I'm still in the Carolinas. It's just a blessing all around. I just was confident and believed in my technique and the way I played the game. I felt like I was the best.
The NFL Draft continues tonight with the 2nd and 3rd rounds. The Panthers have the 39th and the 73rd overall pick.
All right, let's talk about our forecast, and we've been mentioning some comfortable temperatures. By the way, I will explain ourselves in the beginning. Jalen and I always joke how well we did or not so well, in the first 30 minutes of the show. That's our golf score. So those of you that play golf, I think Maddie was going, I don't know what 55 or 42 mean. That means we did not have a great first 30 minutes. Just me and Jalen, okay? Not you guys. Love all of you. Let's take a look at the temperatures. You gotta tread lightly with people that you work with every day, right? I'm just explaining. All right, 77 degrees to the south there at Asheboro. Most of our temperatures are good. I mean, we're in the mid to upper 70s. That's right where we should be. Normal high, mid 70s this time of the year. Wind gusts have been a problem, especially in the mountain communities. We were seeing 40 and 50 plus mile-an-hour wind gusts from Boone to Galax. You get into the Piedmont, it's more like 25 to about 33 for the wind gust. And that's the maximum for the whole day. It doesn't mean a consistent wind, just an isolated gust here or there. Tonight, 46 for the overnight low, clear skies, mostly sunny, and 73 for your Saturday. Sunday, we get up to about 81. Next week, low to mid 80s, really comfortable. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I know that's warm, but that's nice weather. But we do have a chance of a late day pop-up shower or thunderstorm. We'll keep you posted if any of that gets rough next week.
Fake vaccination cards, fake hand sanitizer, PPE. You can find anything and everything online for sure.
I know 2 wants to know is on story after story on all this, but it's crazy that people pay for something and they don't get what they were promised.
Yeah, that happens all the time. Scammers are in it for the money, right? For the bottom line. And lost money is one thing, but I got to tell you, I want you to listen to this because 30 people who were looking for a COVID vaccine when they were really hard to find, this happened to them.
An individual who announced on Facebook that he had developed a COVID-19 vaccine and offered to vaccinate consumers for $400 each. And in the course of the investigation, we learned he admitted that he had injected about 30 consumers with his product.
Ew, ew, ew.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he injected the people with whatever it was that he had in the vial. And who knows what it was.
Yeah, so he didn't just trick them, he actually injected them.
He injected them, yeah. And it's an awful thing. Consumer groups are warning people that they are also warning Congress at the same time, and here's why.
This decision will dramatically curtail the ability of the FTC to effectively protect consumers.
All right, the decision that the acting FTC director is talking about is a Supreme Court decision that no longer allows the FTC to go after deceptive companies for monetary damages. The FTC is asking Congress to reinstate its ability to collect money for consumers who have been scammed. The court ruling took place on April 22nd. Before then, Payments.com estimated that the FTC brought in $11.5 billion in the last 5 years on consumer cases. And so the FTC would use that money to pay consumers back for money that they lost in telemarketing scams, deceptive business practices, data and privacy scams. Now, just to give you context on the number of scams in the past year, the FTC says over the course of the pandemic alone, they've tracked more than 400,000 scams related to COVID-19, which amounted to nearly $400 million that victims have lost.
All right, I have a question for you. What have you done to pass the time during this pandemic? You know, a lot of us maybe picked up hobbies or planned how to spend their day at home during quarantine. Well, a father-daughter duo in Greensboro nailed down a new hobby that's turning into quite the business.
One day we were gonna go ice skating, but my skates didn't fit. So I had always wanted to build a squirrel table and do like a science experiment on what squirrels like, but we never really had time. So my dad said, "You want to make a squirrel table?" And I just said, "Yeah, I would love that."
Yeah, you heard her right. She said squirrel tables. How cool is this? Amelia and Mike Fisher, they make and sell picnic-style squirrel feeders. 25% of their profits go to the Animal Rescue and Foster program here in Greensboro, and they use all recycled or reclaimed wood. Mike says he's glad Amelia is learning some new skills.
For me, it's not so much about like making and building the squirrel tables, which is kind of cool, but I actually like seeing her kind of learn how to use the tools and learn how to build, with the hope that, you know, we're not always going to make squirrel tables, but maybe she'll learn to like use those skills to make other things as she gets older.
And they're already learning how to build just a larger size of this. Mike says their next project is to build a human-sized picnic table for them to put in their backyard.
Sounds
It's a
like
great
the
life
only
skill. Sorry, Jalen, go ahead.
I was about to say, that sounds like the only logical next step, right? Is we got squirrel tables, now we're making human-sized tables, then maybe we can make maybe the world's biggest picnic table.
Oh, we'll follow up with him on that.
They could make like cat or dog tables, Maddie, and you can have Stewie get up to his little place to eat and put his bowl up there. That would work.
We know that's not going to work.
Stewie
Why is
doesn't
that,
listen.
Jalen?
He doesn't
Because
play.
Stewie is not going to do that.
Okay.
Stewie does what he wants to do.
That's actually true.
Yeah,
but
that
I
is
love the fact that they've learned how to spend this quality time together. They have something that they're working on together. And Lauren, I was telling them today, you know, I learned how to build and use tools and work with wood and all of that by building a dollhouse with my grandpa. So this reminded me kind of what they're doing. We spent hours working on that. We bonded together, and then we have this awesome product out of
Yeah,
it.
definitely she's learning a lot of great skills, very productive way to spend her time during COVID. But also, I want to thank you for doing this story because now I know what to get my dad for Father's Day.
Oh, yes.
Because he likes to garden. And last year the squirrels ate his tomatoes and different things and he was really upset about it. So now I can get him a squirrel table.
Well, I've put their website in our story on WFNYnews2.com, and she says they have completed 6 of them and they're still working on more. Once they posted this on Nextdoor, they were looking for more wood, more reclaimed wood to build the tables with, and the neighbors were like, wait, I have some wood, but I also want a table. Like, I want one of those in my backyard.
I've never heard of one of these before.
No.
I've heard of bird feeders, but I've never heard of a squirrel table.
It's great bonding time, that's for sure.
Very unique. All right, 4 to 5 is heading to break. We're coming right back, but you know where we will be in the meantime? Jalen, where will we be?
We'll be on Facebook in the
We'll
live
be on
chat.
Facebook.
In the live chat, come talk to us, crack some jokes. We can say this was kind of a nutty idea, right?
Oh, that was good.
Wow, they booed y'all. Wow, Brad. Brad, are you serious?
That's pretty funny.
I thought that was a harsh boo. You know, I actually enjoy being booed. It's fun. It does something for the adrenaline, especially when you're playing sports. It's great.
It's inspiring, Jay.
It's inspiring, you know? It's
That's
like, they really don't like me. I'm gonna make them not like me more.
Our producer just said that's impossible. We are full of slams, I'm telling you.
I'm telling you what, for somebody that they won't get on the mic, you got a lot to say.
We need to keep Matt mic'd, I think, every day.
Yeah, he needs to be mic'd up. Just
that could be deadly.
Oh boy, oh boy. Y'all ready to talk about some big money? Let's talk about some big money. We got some big money going on.
This is a really great story.
Oh
Very
no,
impressive.
they're getting Matt a mic.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Here we go.
Matt and a mic, Matt and a mic.
We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose everybody from Facebook. Thanks, Matt. Oh no.
No, I would like to hear Matt's perspective on some things today.
Oh boy. Let's see what we get. Oh, let's talk to him about Kadavius Toney? Yeah, he got drafted.
Oh, draft. Okay.
That's a funny sound.
Kadavius Toney? Kadavius Toney?
Those boots are horrible.
They are.
More than $181 million raised for North Carolina A&T State University. This is over a 5-year span. It's a record-setting mark for money raised for a public historically black college or university. WFNY News 2's Jalen Gilkey sat in on that meeting to learn more about what this money will be used for.
You know, it's an institution that has historically been underfunded. And we're so delighted that people believe so much in the mission and the future of North Carolina A&T State University that they've invested these kind of assets in the university.
At the beginning of 2015, North Carolina A&T had a goal to raise $85 million by the end of 2020. That goal was met by the end of 2019. So the university set a stretch goal of $100 million by December 31st, 2020. And they blew that goal out of the water as well. They raised $181.4 million.
Really elevates us not only among HBCUs, but also amongst all of those institutions that we compete with, not only amongst our peers, but research institutions that are predominantly white institutions as well.
This is the largest amount of money ever raised by a public historically black college or university under a single campaign.
The four cornerstones of our campaign is first and foremost students in the form of both merit and need-based scholarships, programs of the university, facilities and infrastructure, as well as our faculty.
And with that money, A&T has added 271 new endowed scholarships that will help close to 500 students every year, as well as introducing new programs and several new centers for student excellence.
That's great. You know, I was just reading this week that A&T will now be able to allow more out-of-state students because they are seeing such an interest in the university, and so they are going to be able to let more kids who are coming from out of North Carolina come in. So I'm glad that you know they're doing so well in fundraising so that we can really build up this university right here in our community.
I mean, really, that's a true testament to the Alumni Foundation, that base that really supports, and their entire support system is huge. You can't raise that kind of money without having a good base. And that's exactly what they have.
And Maddie, bouncing off of your point, my sister went to A&T and she was an out-of-state student when she went, so this is definitely going to help a lot more out-of-state students, and I think it's also going to be exciting to see them invest in some of the programs there too and just see that start to excel as well.
Absolutely right, and just to think from my first time walking on campus in 2014 to what it looks like now, it's just been blossoming and growing, and it's just it looks like a whole different school now, and you know, things are changing for the better, and I'm just glad that we are able to get this funding to this school so that we can continue to grow and our community can continue to thrive.
Yeah, so Jalen, as an Aggie alum, especially an out-of-state one, did you donate what, $50 million to get him here?
Just a nice round 10.
Oh,
it was a slow month.
Casual.
It's been a slow bit of slow everything.
All right.
Jalen, what am I going to do with you?
I don't know, but I'm golfing tomorrow, so let's get this over. Let's wrap this up, baby.
Let's go.
It's not going to make it go any faster.
It's not the point. I mean, I'm there in my head already.
Oh my goodness.
Come join us on Facebook.
Post the package and sprint back outside to the weather garden.
You going to talk to us on Facebook?
I'm up. All right.
Here's Jay Eames.
Oh, it's Matt. Matt's going to talk to us too.
Jay, are you there?
Oh, Jay from Facebook's on the phone.
Jay from Facebook is on the phone.
Wait, what? Say something.
Hey, I'm here.
Hi.
What's going on, guys?
You got all the jokes. Where's the jokes?
He said you got all the jokes. Give us some jokes.
Give us a joke.
Well, you know, I recently got fired from my job as a masseur. And it's not that I did anything wrong. It's just that I tend to rub people the wrong way.
Oh, no.
Hey, the way he was just right
on the floor like that.
This guy is
Jay,
quality.
thank you, my friend. I appreciate your time.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
We got about a minute 40 in break, guys.
Oh, hey, Matt. That's our producer, Matt.
If you'd like to roast Matt, this is your opportunity on Facebook.
It's very easy to. I can tell you that much.
Yeah. You got a face like
not as easy as Brad, though.
What does that mean?
There we go.
Can we see you guys?
Yeah, let the
there
people
they
see
are.
your face, Matt, so they can roast you.
Turn on
I
over.
can't take the mask off.
You're right. I'm sorry.
It's too dark in there anyway.
Brad's turning on the lights now.
Oh,
okay.
15 break.
So Matt.
Yes.
What are your weekend plans?
Just chilling.
Chilling.
Brad threw a chair at me.
What's he
I guess I
rolling
got
a
fight
chair?
Brad
How do you
this
feel about the
weekend.
Giants pick?
What was that?
How you feel about Mr. Tony coming to the Giants?
I'm coming around on it, but I was
There
not a
he
happy
is.
camper last night. 1 minute out, guys.
I'll bet you were fit to be tied last night, let's be honest.
Matt had the best draft day setup I've ever seen in my life. He has a mini fridge and a pull-out bed on his couch from his living room. So he pulls the bed out.
I didn't move for like 3 hours last night.
That is awesome.
It was, he sent me Snapchats, and I was just like, you are living the life.
I just rolled over when I needed a new drink and then rolled back.
That is
30
perfect. You ought to see Brad Lowry's living room when he's watching multiple games. He's got like 5 TVs.
Oh, that's the same with
More
Brett.
than one TV thing.
Well,
I know a couple of
just
people
gotta
who are
focus.
like that.
I like that. I like the more than one
15
TV.
out.
Welcome back. Oh man, if you could just be here during the breaks. You know, there is nothing like the smell of fresh baked goodies, but Old Salem's Winkler Bakery has been shut down since the beginning of the pandemic. In fact, all of Old Salem has, until now. Old Salem President Frank Vagnoni spoke with me about this gradual return to normal. Frank, thanks for being with us this morning. Look, we're all excited because finally we can get back into Old Salem. Now, you guys have been pretty much shut down the entire time. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, because of the safety for our staff and for our visitors, we did a lot of analysis, realized our historic spaces were far too small to be able to allow COVID precautions. So we've been closed the entire year. We've done a lot of digital work, but Winkler is actually the very first thing to reopen since the COVID lockdown. So we're pretty excited about it.
Well, everybody loves the bakery. So paint a picture of what will happen tomorrow when you allow some folks back in there.
Well, you know, we have been doing a lot of cosmetic work, restoration work to Winkler, so it looks really beautiful. We've also added benches and tables on the outside street level so that we can still remain with COVID precautions. I think I may be there running the bake oven tomorrow and meeting people. We've turned half of Winkler into a retail space since our other retail stores are not open, so you can come and buy handcrafted Salem. All of the traditional baked goods are going to be there.
You know, let's be honest, Old Salem isn't Old Salem without the smell of that bakery wafting through the streets. Do you know what they're going to have, what they're baking tomorrow?
Well, I know we're going to be doing our traditional breads and without doubt sugar cake, because that's what our social media is telling everyone. I know. But we're also doing a special new baked recipe every month. And this month it's a lemon poppy seed bread, which, because I'm president, they gave me a loaf of it, and it's really great. So I have a feeling, at least tomorrow, we'll probably sell out fairly quickly on almost everything that we have.
The perks of the job, my friend. Thanks for being with us today, Frank. We appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow. I have to say, if I had to pick what I wanted them to open first, it would have been the bakery.
Yes.
So this is good. This is perfect.
This is very exciting, and you're absolutely right. It's not quite the trip to Old Salem without stopping by there and picking up a sugar cake or maybe some of that lemon poppy seed bread they were talking about.
I just told Eric I was starting keto tomorrow, but now
Don't.
I want to go to the bakery.
Monday. I know tomorrow's the first of the month, but Monday's the first of the week.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to do some Googling to see which sugar cake is, but
Oh,
it has
Jayla.
caught my attention. I'm not gonna lie. The lemon
Cinnamon,
poppy seed cake
sugar.
sounds. The lemon poppy seed bread, that sounds good.
I
What's
think-
in it, Maddie? Let me know.
It's like a braided loaf with cinnamon and sugar, and it's delicious.
Okay.
And more sugar and more cinnamon.
Yeah, a lot of that.
I'm intrigued.
But I will say, if you are on TikTok and you're not following Old Salem, you're doing it wrong. Their account is so good.
Wow, I didn't know that.
It is so entertaining.
either. Now
And
I
I
gotta
learn
do it.
something every time I watch a video.
I'm not cool enough for TikTok.
Oh, so many things. Just like how they build everything around there. I mean, this dates back so far. They do history lessons daily and just like neat things that are throughout Old Salem that you need to check out.
Wow, look at that. Learning things.
I'm
I
actually
need to
adding it
download
right now.
TikTok. I think I'm the only one in here that doesn't
No, you're
have
not.
Jalen's not.
I'm not cool enough. I don't understand.
Very cool.
I
You gotta
just,
be cool
I
as
just
Maddie.
followed him, Maddie.
I'm
so
sure
now-
they have a baking demonstration on there somewhere.
Right. All right, I'm in. Now I'm with the cool kids.
Look at you.
Should we talk about weather? Do we have time? Let me ask our producer. 30? Okay. Well, then let's do that real quick. We've got a 7-day forecast for you, and we're talking about a perfect weekend. Temperatures are really nice. 73 on Saturday. We're sunny all weekend, okay? Get outside and enjoy this. 81 on Sunday. We stay in the low to mid 80s for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Each day a late day shower chance. Now, we'll watch that Monday time period, maybe Wednesday, that 50 to 40%. We could see a thunderstorm or two. We'll let you know if they get a little bit rough. But other than that, we cool back down to the upper 60s by the end of next week.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Wake Forest University has.
Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Square. And I was, till this is Chad's mic.
Bye. Hi and bye.
Hey, mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you hear me okay? Mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's official now that the executive order kicked in at 5 o'clock. If you're out.
Hey there, mic check. Hello, I'm right here. Can you hear me?
Well, here we go, folks. Restrictions are easing. Little by little, we're getting back to normal. Normal's a relative term, isn't it? Because what was normal was turned upside down more than a year ago. Now we're getting ready to go back right side up. It makes some people anxious. It may sound weird to some of you, but returning to normal can be anxious for a lot of people. In fact, advisory.com, I read this article recently. It said that nearly 50% of Americans feel some level of anxiety about a return to normal. You know, when your perspective of normal has changed, especially for more than a year, it is a little bit anxious to go back. In fact, they've done studies with other virus outbreaks, maybe not to this level, but like Ebola, and people who had agoraphobia, fear of leaving the home, or obsessive compulsive disorders, OCD, their problems did get slightly worse. Isolation is not good for that. But now we're getting ready to open things back up a little bit. And it made me think, well, what grounds us? What grounds people on a primal level, on a base level? Family, relationships, friends, love. All that's in here, right? You can take my normal and do this, or do that, or do this. Give me this or not this. What grounds us is in our hearts, and no virus can touch that. So what really matters to our heart and our soul never left. You can call all this out here normal or abnormal, but what's inside us will be there forever, and that's what we need to rely on as we go back to normal. But that's just my 2 cents, and that's your 4 to 5. WFMY News 2 at 5 starts now.
The pandemic is not over, but we do have the power to put it behind us if we do what works.
It is 5 o'clock. As of right now, more coronavirus restrictions have